ran down the street. It was funny. I was like, during the men's final heat, I was sitting in my car and like yelling at it. I was like, okay, well,
Yeah,
people think I'm crazy. So
that's right. That's right. I was coloring with Bennett while we were watching the final heat, and we're live. 13 seconds. Whoops. Hey, what's up? We're back with the WODprep podcast. Event 8 is done, and let's dig right into our results, where the leaderboard lives, and what event 9 and 10 are going to look like. So,
yeah,
we
your
came
mic,
in.
by the way, you might want to
Huh?
adjust that. Your microphone,
What about
your audio, I think is coming through your desktop or something like that.
it? All right. Oh,
Don't mean to stop you in your tracks, but I like where it was going.
oh, that's weird.
All right.
That's different.
There we go. I can
All
do
right.
this. I remember how to
Okay.
podcast. All right. All right. Good morning. Let's talk about some fitness. So event 8 just finished. Let's talk about the girls first. Tia doing what she does best. Just
That
coming
was
in,
cool to
putting in a
watch.
clinic.
Mhm.
And interestingly enough, I mean, there's some other things. Let's talk about where the leaderboard was before the girls started,
Okay.
and where it finished. I think I have the female leaderboard before. So I had this pulled up. I was prepared.
I can riff on a topic real quick while you get it pulled up that's in relation to the point stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay. So this isn't necessarily like reviewing the leaderboard, what happened before versus this. This is more so just like, I was just thinking about the separation amongst the top 30 in the world and just looking at, so the women's first heat, so there's 3 heats, 30 athletes, right? The women's first heat best time was 12 minutes versus, and that was set by Levitakis, I believe is how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. And then you have Tia winning the final heat with a time of 8 minutes and 51 seconds. That's 3 minutes and 9 seconds difference. So like, right around 30% difference in time on like a roughly 10-minute workout ish, right? Which is just wild. And then on the men's side, you have, and that was just the best in the first heat, not necessarily the worst time overall. And then we take and do that same thing with Zanoni's time, which was the best heat or the best in the first heat at 9 minutes, 22 seconds versus Hatfield at 8:16. You're looking at a little over a minute difference. They're still like roughly 15% difference. And so I just think it's cool because these are our best, you know, and even within that, the separation from the first to third can be like pretty jarring, you know?
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
especially on the female side, right? Like we
yeah.
know that the females, even with the lack of quality on the females field this year relative to maybe last year with Gabby and Emma and Laura out, we know that the female field is very top heavy, right? Like there's a huge fall. Top 10 in the world and the females are top 15 is much different than the bottom 15.
Sure.
And so on the men, it's not that big of a difference, right? It's not as big. It's definitely more bunched up, but we've known that for years, right? We've known that the men, there is a deeper field. There is more talent further down. The men are more balanced, right? Like you had Matt, who has excelled in always your top 1 or 2, but like, you know, Jason is in the lead, but he won't win every workout, right? And, you know, like he'll have some bottom 15ers or something like that, just in general, because the field is fit, and the female field will always have those like top athletes, right? And it'll get more bunched.
Sure.
Okay. So going dark, Tia does what Tia does, right? There's really no question that she is certainly the fittest. She put on a clinic. She went in and held like 5s or 6s. I think she might have went to doubles or triples by the end, but I mean, she was the only female athlete to hold. Well, she was really the only athlete to hold those in general. All the men were down to doubles and singles, I think, at the end. Even Hatfield, who won the event, was doing 3 or 4 singles at the end. So Tia doing that. Gracie Walton looking very good. I actually, when I was watching, I thought Alexis didn't do that well, and then she sort of came back and did extremely well.
Yep.
And then Amy Kringle, probably the surprise of the events. I didn't think she was going to do that well as a bigger female athlete. I didn't think she was going to handle the handstand push-ups that well. Got fourth, and it is what propelled her into a podium spot, right, over Ariel Lowen.
Yeah. Do you have any idea? I think I asked this on last night's show as well. I just was like, man, with how she's performing and how that fearless approach to things that we continue to see her have. Do you have any idea? So if you had some questions around that deficit handstand push-up for her, do you think for the next two events, you have any awareness about her barbell cycling or anything like that? I mean, she's just bottom line. I'm just like, this girl has that podium potential for sure. 100%. I mean, obviously we're almost there, but
let's see did she qualify through? So she qualified through the open. And so we can look at either ring muscle ups or I think this was the rope climb workout. I mean, she got first. Granted, it was a lot of rowing, but this was a rope climb workout and she got first. So assuming rope climb is not a limiter for her, I mean, we can just look here and assume. Right. So, I mean, it's probably not, to answer your question. I would say it's probably probably not something that we're concerned about. We know she's going to run well, right? She's an exceptional runner. She's powerful. And so I don't foresee her at this point really giving it up, or at least on paper. So it will be it'll be an interesting one for sure. She's got a 23-point lead on Ariel Lowen at this point. I think Ariel will be right here on both. I think Ariel will fare fine. 23 points is only like 5 spots in total. So there's definitely a chance for her to drop or whatever. But based on paper, there's no reason why she can't hold off Ariel and can maintain that podium spot.
I have mine incorrect. Okay.
What's wrong?
My notes for my points, the points between the two of them, the notes I have are incorrect, but you're looking at the leaderboard right now. So
Lucy Campbell mitigated disaster. I think she held on well enough. I don't foresee her struggling with anything unless she somehow can't thrust her the barbell, which I don't see that being a problem. So I think Lucy will maintain second. Then obviously Tia cannot do one event and still win, and will probably be able to not do the last event and still podium, which is our normal thing. But we still certainly have a race. We still certainly have a race for third place, right? Between really, I mean, through Olivia Kerstetter, right? There's only 41 points separating them, which is, I don't know, what's 41 points? Like 11th place, 11th to first place. So it's only 10 total spots, right? People can get middled. This event could be disaster for anyone coming through into running Isabel. Seconds are going to separate first to probably 14th or 15th, right? So I foresee it being a really, really close, and it could be anyone's game still. Well, Ariel really go ahead.
No, just from here, I mean, looking at Lucy and Amy, so saying that we anticipate them to perform well from here, because obviously we came into this with the question mark for Lucy, thought she was going to struggle. Indeed, she did. And yet there she still sits with a pretty comfortable cushion between her and second. And so knowing what's coming, kind of same song and dance there of it could be expected for her to lock that in.
I think so. I don't foresee it. I don't foresee it happening any other way.
Yeah. And I guess the only, and this is way more applicable for the men's side, but is simply just that the structure of event 9 lends to like chaos occurring. So as much as it's like there would need to be chaos, like pretty significant. But does also,
I mean, there certainly could be there certainly could be between 6 and 7. I mean, Danielle Brandon can easily win this workout. Danielle Brandon is great at rope climbs. Yeah. She's still, I mean, she's still, and I probably pull it down to 8 too, even though it's 60 points. I mean, 60 points is a 12. I mean, gosh, if you get 10th in the workouts, which any of these girls could, I mean, that's 80 points lost. And if Danielle gets second, I mean, she jumps it, right? So it's very possible. I think it's the third place is open. I think all Lucy has to do is just kind of hang on specifically from these two athletes, mainly just Amy. So she's just looking at her. She's just running that race against Amy, making sure that she stays close or in front of her the entire time. So But overall, let's go surprises. I think Gracie was a huge surprise, and Amy was a huge surprise. It really seems that the proven crew does a lot of parallel handstand push-ups. It's a very unique thing, right? Like the parallel handstand push-up is a unique pattern, even relative to handstand push-ups, right? Like you can be good at them, but your hands are narrow. The elbow orientation is different. Your hands are neutral, right? And so it all feels a little bit different for every athlete, or at least it's exposing them a little bit differently. But at least on the female side, I think all of the proven girls did extremely well, right?
Yeah. Which I love that in general, just the idea. I mean, that's just something I kind of take to training in general, is like how broad of a range of motion can I get strong in, you know? So this is a extremely high level thing, but I love that they do kind of take it to that extreme with the increase of the range of motion. And then obviously, like we heard with Tia's post interview, how she was, I love that whatever the boys are doing plus some. That's great.
Right. And then she goes to the lower, right? Like she goes to the male deficit. I felt the deficit was really appropriate. The workout on paper, you're like, I don't know, is it too bike heavy or is it too handstand push-up heavy? And I think for the women, I think it was balanced, right? I think it was supposed to be a handstand push-up workout, and it certainly was. Even coming in and looking at heat 1 with Christina, she started at like doubles. Right. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really, really tough, you know, for them. And then going to heat 2, looking at Gracie Walton, right? She was doing 4s, right? And then I think went to 3s and 2s, and then ended up winning her heats. And so
as a coach, is this about what you expected to see, as far as, because I know we talked about it a decent amount, how long, like my continuous questions of how long do you think those are going to take? Just because it is so
I think
high level.
Yeah, I think they took about 3 minutes.
And that's about what you anticipated, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
I just didn't know where this stacked up with how much they broke them up in comparison to what you anticipated. And I guess a lot of what you were talking about too was more so how the men will break them up.
Right. And we can go back and look too. Nothing says we can't.
Oh, Avera makes a great point too, saying that not just proven girls. Ricky finished last in the last game's pirouette handstand push-up. Not today, pulling for Ricky to stand at the top of the podium. Just how I know we're not to the men yet, but yeah, great call out that Ricky performed very well.
Oh yeah, for sure. We just haven't got there yet. Calm down, Avera.
Sorry.
Keep it in your pants. All right.
I got excited too.
No, it's fine. So looking at Grace, so let's say she gets to the handstand push-ups at 3 minutes. We'll see when she starts her first set. So
in those sprint type events.
So she gets right to it. She adjusts it. So 3:0. And we sort of don't really watch a lot of Grace because she's not really in the lead. Focused on Brooke for a lot of that workout.
She did do well as well, finishing 5th.
Who did? What?
I think, didn't Brooke finish 5th in that workout?
Oh yeah, she did. I hate this handstand. She did get called out for her hips. So assume Gracie started at 3:29. Right, that was her first up. But you can just see immediately that's her right there in the back. They just look great. Right. One thing you see for a lot of these athletes, you can watch Brooke. See how this is that was a perfect pause. I don't know how I did that. You can see that kick really leans out and around, right?
Yes.
And it creates this loop, which is fine. And that's comfortable for some athletes, right? And so I think she gets, go ahead.
Oh, it just makes me think of the question about how did you feel yet again from a coach's perspective about the fact that they had the opportunity for this one to be able to move those pirouettes to whatever the best position for them was?
I think it's very important because when you can't move the pirouettes, then it's like requiring everyone to put their hands on a barbell in a certain position, right? So like the deficit's the same or the weight on the barbell is the same, but hand positioning is relative to your anthropometrics. And so adjusting your hands, I think, is really important for it. So
I love
you
that they
can
did
watch
that.
Brooks struggles with the hip thing, right? And she loops out and around. She made it work for her, but if we watch Gracie in the back, right, it's a little bit of a loop, but it's certainly not as much, right? We can see her legs are straight up in the air, right? So it's something that they practice a lot, right? And Avera does bring up a great point about Ricky that we'll get back to. I thought Ricky would really struggle here, and he didn't, right? And so that means they've been working on a lot, and they obviously work on it a ton. I think it's a great standard of handstand push-up, right? Especially if you're tired of doing strict, or maybe you're good at strict. It requires the hands to be more narrow. It requires the elbows to stay tight, right? You can't flare the elbows. You're required to really engage the lats to drive through. And so it's a good way to test handstand push-ups, especially at depth. So I think it ended up being the exact right choice. 30 was fine. I think it's okay if the girls have a little bit harder challenge there for the number, but they elevated it. So the standard, I think it balanced out really, really well.
It seemed very appropriate.
All right. So going into running Isabel and Atlas, like I said, I think it's really anyone's game for third. I think Tia and Lucy are pretty well set in first and second, barring a disaster for Lucy. But it's a race for third, probably from Danielle Brandon to Amy Kringle, right? I know there's only 200 points on the board, but anything can happen. I know 200 points on the board and 60 points is like 11th place or something like that. And so, or 15th place, there's a lot of changes that can be made. I think we'll see a lot of jumbling here as well, right? Ariel Lowen still has a very good chance to make the jump, but it's Amy Kringle's to lose. She's in the driver's seat and she just has to hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. And also when we look at our picks for coming into this too, obviously Ariel, let's see here. She finished 14th. Is that right? For some reason, my notes are a little wonky.
12th.
Yeah. I did not have that right. Dang. Anyway, so she finished 12th and you had her picked as your, I think, flex. Yeah.
Her handstand push-up struggled. I mean, even from rep 1, I remember watching and I was looked at rep 1 and I was like, oh, there goes that. I missed my heat 1, by the way. Sad day. I slept in. And to answer Aaron's question, no, we just felt doing the watch parties were getting aggressive and not a lot of people were hanging around. So we figured we'd do this, get a little bit more people, keep it a little more condensed. That was to answer that question. But I got up early and all my work stuff I got canceled on by multiple people. It was very frustrating. So I went back to sleep. I woke up at like 8:58 and then forgot to set my heat 1. I missed about like 30 seconds. So I would have picked Tia, Colton, and Ariel, which wouldn't have done very well. Those both would have been subpar picks. So.
Yeah, and my picks were Colton, Tia, and who was my third?
Jason.
Oh, Jason. Yeah.
So good. You're crushing it. Where are you at right now?
I dropped after that because that wasn't the right pick. Yeah, Tia did well, but Jason, Colton definitely, I would say, in comparison to our expectations of him, underperformed on that one.
I don't think you dropped.
I think I did. I was in 64th coming into today.
Yeah, I know. And you picked a first and a second, so you had 2 perfect picks.
But I refreshed, and it currently says that I'm in 104th now. Yeah. So, which, by the way, there are more prop bets for today that it looks like we have 49 minutes till they lock. So we should hop in there for anyone that's doing heat 1, hop in there with us too.
All right, let's go over the men. We're going to do the men and then we'll do heat 1.
Yeah, either that or do you want to do, I kind of almost want to do heat 1 now, get it out of the way. Right. I mean, I guess there's no way we're going to take that long to talk about the men's, but let's go heat 1. Let's break it up.
Cool.
Thank you. So if we go to prop bets, and then I guess maybe we'll do prop bets and then we can come back to whatever you want to do, but we have to do our picks for 9 and 10 as well.
I'm sad. I was doing so good.
Were you?
Good. I've never made it. Shut up. I've never made it all the way through a competition. I was just saying I've never made it through a competition doing all my picks ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you meant, okay. Doing well, keeping up with it. The show has definitely helped with that. So thank you guys. Also, I think it was on, Savon's last night, late night, whatever, whenever Taylor and Savon were going at it was really funny talking about his scoring as an analyst. Are you able to look up other people's?
Yeah, you just have to scroll. You just have to scroll down and find their name.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to work that hard for it. But anyway, they were just giving him heck about being the best. But we'll wait till the end of the day.
All right, let's go over heat 1. So first one is Brooke top 10. Will Brooke Wells finish in the top 10? Where's she
Yeah.
sitting currently?
Riley says,
And
darn prop bets. I'm sorry. I'm first in first. They add more.
you're in
Yeah, they
first,
do add more.
Riley? Riley, you're in first place in Heat 1. You're cup bearer.
And then Aaron said he changed it in last minute. Sorry.
All right.
You're
Okay, so let's go to the prop bets.
Riley says yes.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, congratulations.
Shit, dude. That's awesome. All right. Well,
Dude,
I
that's
hope
like
we don't-
wearing the leader's jersey. Are you
I hope we
nervous?
don't- I hope we don't fuck it up. All right. So, all right, let's go to, will Lydia Fish finish in the top 10? That's a tough one. I don't know. First one, Olivia versus Lydia. Will Lydia Fish or Olivia finish higher in event 9? I think we still have Olivia from last night. I'm sticking with Olivia. Brooke top 10.
Hold on. Okay, so event 9. Give me just a moment. Going back, that's the running Isabel. And we expect Olivia to be so much better at the barbell cycling that it doesn't matter that that Lydia is maybe a little bit better with the running. Is that your expectation?
Yeah, I just don't think it's that. I don't think it's enough.
Okay. Hey, Riley, what do you think?
Yeah, I know. You're
Let's
the
pull first
dude.
place here.
Yeah,
Phone
we
a
need
friend.
you.
Yeah, Riley, you do need to go figure out the props. Apparently, there are quite a few. Okay. Moving
All right.
on.
I'm going Olivia for that. Brooke top 10. Will Brooke Wells finish the weekend in the top 10? She has 47 points to overcome. I don't think she overcomes 47 points.
The thing is, event 9 is such a toss-up. Like it's
Right.
really you just have, it's not a matter of just fitness. It's such a matter of execution that like that creates an issue with just betting on someone's fitness with those things, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let's see how she did I know she got dinged in the burpee workout, but I just want to see what she got in the in that rope climb workout.
Mm-hmm. What, in the
online?
online?
Online semi. In the online semi workout, she got 28th in that. So I'm gonna go with rope climbs. Even legged rope climbs aren't a struggle, so I'm going outside the top 10 for sure for Brooke in that workout. I think the rope climbs are going to be too much for her, and I think she's going outside of the top 10. I don't think she finishes the weekend well. Even if she does well in the next workout, I don't think she has it.
Okay. She's made it hard to bet on her for the top 10 given the course of the weekend. So even though she has had some really strong finishes, that was awesome for her with the back squat. And obviously this morning she did fare well. But then if we look at the other scores throughout the weekend, I don't know. Yeah.
Let's look at Lydia Fish inside the top 10. There's no machines. And if there's no machines, I think we have to put her in the top 10.
Well, and look at who she's trying to beat out. You know, if you look at, I don't know, 6 through 10 there, you've got Miriam Von Rohr, Olivia Kerstetter, Danielle Brandon, Claudia Gluck, and Lucy McGonigal is who she's trying to come for if she's going to crack into the top 10.
And she's got a decent amount of points, but I just think that with no machines there, I no squatting, or no heavy load, I don't think the thruster is heavy enough to deter her. I think her rope climbs are fast enough. So I think she ends up in the top 10. I think she chips away on Lucy and Claudia here just because it's pure fitness. So I think pure fitness, I'm picking Lydia over those two.
That's a tough one to pick.
All right.
I feel pressure suddenly.
I know. All right, podium. Do any of these athletes get on the podium? If multiple do, there will be multiple winners. Okay. I mean, I think Ricky for sure. I don't think Justin.
So yeah, it's for anybody that's not in the app too. It's Justin Medeiros, Ricky Garrard, Jay Crouch, or none of them.
Justin is for sure not making it. I think you can only pick Ricky or Jay. I don't think both of them make it. One of them falls out, but I doubt both of them get in and James falls out. and Dallin falls out. I think that's too risky. It's certainly not none, but it's not Justin.
But we do have really good expectations of Ricky at this point.
Yeah, I mean he's in the driver's seat. I mean he's got a 29 what is that? 25-point lead on James with a good workout and running Isabel.
I know,
he's great at rope climbs and thrusters. So I definitely think Ricky at least. And if you want to be really, I think you only pick one? Oh, you can only pick one. So I would just pick Ricky. I mean, like, I think that's the safe bet.
I think Jay has been surprising all weekend, but I do think as much as like if we go look at his finishes overall, like it's surprising as in I just haven't followed him as closely. So he's been performed exceptionally, but top 3 exceptional. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even so, like I do think it's possible, but you can only pick one.
Yeah.
And Ricky's up on Jay by, what is that? 31 points. And they're not bad workouts for him. So it's definitely the good play. So you can pick Ricky or Jay, but I think Justin doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to make up 60 points on James and 2, and it's not going to happen. And then Tia's margin of victory, 100 points or more. I think that's pretty safe bet. I don't think there's a question there.
Yeah.
And then, all right. So we'll go to lineup for event. I can't believe I fucking missed it. F. All right. Males for event 9. What did Adler do? Adler doesn't have it. I don't think he's there. I don't think, even though he won Isabel, he won that burpee piece. I just don't see him like digging deep. I think he's just going to be there. I mean, he's hardly in the last heat, right? So
yeah, and he took a 12th in this last event too.
Right. So
he just has consistently been
13th.
My numbers are wrong. I need to stop looking at them. Sorry.
And I think you just took them down early.
I did. I had to.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's probably Ricky that takes this one. I think that's a good bet for the men. Tia is the safest bet for the women.
Sure.
If you're just trying to be there. And so now a flex. God, I almost want to be like a Gracie Walton. You know what I mean? I just like running, directional change, power. I don't know. I just feel like it might be Gracie, but I know that's not anywhere there. It's being really gambly to try and make up some points.
I have Tia, obviously, but then now, I mean, Riley being in the top spot saying Ricky wins best runner. And then you also saying Ricky, I'm feeling influenced. But I had Dallin and Austin here.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're all flexes Hatfield. Yeah. Are you just going with the top percentages the whole weekend? Which probably, by the way, if you did that for everything, I bet you would still have a way better score than most people. I mean, I'm just gonna follow the king, right? I mean, you're king of Heat 1 right now. So this is a good question. Aaron, was 2023 an outlier for Adler where the programming lined up? I think he was certainly fitter in 2023. I think he wanted it. He played the game, right? You know, like the whole Adler Roman like feud. And I just think that like he wanted to be here more. It just really does seem like he's like disinterested.
Yeah.
You know,
you used my word.
Disinterested.
Well, that was what that's what I originally was like. He just seems disinterested. And someone bit back and was like, I don't think so. Anyway. What was I going to say? Nope, it's gone.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the guys. See?
Do you want to do the event 10? Because we're not going to come back till then.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, event 10. This is a tough one. I mean, obviously it's T. It's rope climbs. It's not even close. Thrusters and rope climbs.
Who on the men's side is like the best at rope climbs? We have that extra 3 feet at the top, so we have to keep in mind that size matters here.
I think with thrusters, a lot of gaming. I think this is James.
Yeah.
I think this is a James workout.
Yep.
And then in the flex, I certainly don't have Justin Medeiros. It's not Colton. It's not Adler. It's a guy though, for sure.
I have Dallin there too.
Dallin in the flex.
I do.
Riley, what are you going for event 10? Yeah, Heat 9 is still available. James and Hopper for Aaron. Pairing to midline climb and thruster finals. So figure Dallin. Yeah. But didn't Dallin blow up in the thruster last year? That's what I'm looking at. Like, who did well? And Hatfield crushed it, but that was a pulling. That wasn't rope climbs. And height is going to play a big difference.
Yeah.
I almost want to go. I think I'm going to go Jason.
Should we go Jason instead of Dallin?
Jason.
Are you feeling like you're on the Hopper train at this point?
Unfortunately, I thought James was going to do better. I thought James was going to be able to best him here enough to at least gain some points. And this next one is just going to be, I mean, Jason is an athlete. And I mean, of athletes, him and Ricky are the most athletic in the bunch. And so this is an athletic. This is not fitness. This is like who has agility, who has directional change, who can game it, who can race. And that's where I think this event 9 is going to come from. And so I'm leaning towards Hopper all the way for sure. Also,
event 10, Avera says flex Roman. What makes you say that? Just because I do feel like also with Roman, we haven't really seen, he's, obviously like he's top 10, he's doing great, but we haven't seen maybe, I don't know. Yeah. What makes you say that?
He's been around. I mean, he's certainly there to Jason, right. Could be 4th or 10th. But if I'm going to bet on anyone to not falter on this next workout, it's Jason, specifically because it's a race. Like it's a pure race, right?
Yeah, and he likes those.
Less fitness. Lito's question, thoughts on the fact some of these athletes didn't do a single ring muscle up, Open, Mayhem, Wadland, and others. I don't think it matters. And we had Peg. So I don't think anyone here wouldn't have made it if there was ring muscle ups. Maybe a female, but I mean, if you look at the females, like Fee is so like you look at the females that came from Mayhem is Fee and Abby. Fee is probably arguably the best muscle, like top 5 female athlete of muscle ups. Wadlands, I don't even know who qualified through Wadlands. I don't think so. I don't think it's measurable. We've done so much pulling in the games that it is what it is, right? I don't think it's a factor. Pegboards, 28 bar muscle ups, weighted chest to bars. We're gonna do 15 high rope climbs. I don't think and Hopper isn't bad at muscle ups, right? Neither any of the guys at the top. So yeah. None of them would have not made it, right? So I don't think it's a factor this year. It's totally okay to not have muscle ups in general.
And if you look at everything that we have included, this has been so well-rounded. And those things that a ring muscle up would test, like what you're good. I mean, anyway, those same athletes, like you said, it's not really influencing who shows up.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a we talked about this a lot early. Is this a redemption year for Dave in programming? And I think he's done a really, really good job.
Mm-hmm.
Jason looks slow compared to James. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll let you make the pick. I had James. You talked me into Jason, or I have James. I have James and Jason. So I think those are still the bits for directional change. Right. Yeah, ring muscle ups are more pressing biased, and I mean this is the overhead games, right? I mean this is definitely like, so I don't think it's a factor. All right, let's talk about the guys before we get on. I don't want this to go too long. We'll end up running right into the next heat. So coming into the event, we had Jason in the lead by by 10 points over Ricky. And now we've got an 18-point lead, and Ricky 13 points over James, and now he has a 25-point lead. So James lost some space. Ricky and Jason did what they needed to do. Hatfield jumped from 8th to 6th, and then everyone else pretty much stayed the same. Dallin jumped to 1 spot. Jay jumped to 1 spot. Justin, the biggest fall, going from 4th to... what is he? 8th, right?
Yeah.
With the 23rd. right? And I didn't see it. The camera wasn't on him. The camera wasn't on him
For the
at
handstand
all
push-up portion?
during the handstand, and something had to have happened. I mean, not like he got injured or anything, but he just didn't have it. He's usually good at handstand push-ups. A lot of people were like, you know, it's certainly the guys, the bike was important, right? Like it pushed, it made a difference. It's why Jason got back to second, right?
Yep.
He was able to track down Jay, who got to the bike before him. And so it made a difference, right? But it didn't make a difference for Justin. Justin was like, I mean, he didn't get back to the bike till like 10 minutes. So it was something there, really harmed him. Interesting play. So 1 through 7 were all top 10. What a cool like expression of like
Finding the
leaderboard
fittest.
being the top of the leaderboard, right? That's real. You hardly ever see that. And it was first, second. Tudor snuck in with a third. Tudor looked really good. And then unfortunately, I would say Colton's top 10 sights are kind of hurt. Harry Lightfoot didn't do that well either. So there's still a chance, but I think it's kind of far out. These 9 are pretty set in. It's going to be these 9 at the top at the end. And so.
Do you think that Colton overtakes Harry in the next 2?
No, certainly not in the next one. And then I think they're really close. And then I don't think he beats him by enough in Atlas if he does. Even though his thrusters are the best in the game, I think the rope climb at the higher rope, the rope climb takes so much longer. It's only 45 thrusters heavy. Being good and bad at 45 thrusters is 20 seconds in a workout like this, but being good at bad at 15 rope climbs to this height is could be a minute to a minute and a half, right? It's not the same margin, right? Harry's fitness is still strong. He clearly just isn't great at deficit handstand push-ups and maybe some power stuff, but these are going to be, I think he's going to time up well with Colton here with the power snatches.
So as far as podium goes, how far down do you think it goes for who could potentially wind up on the podium?
Still through 7th. 100%. Everyone to Roman is still in podium contention.
Yeah.
Austin did what he needed to do. He put himself back in podium contention. And James messed. I mean, I don't want to say messed up, but James didn't execute where he needed to execute. Right. I mean, his handstand push-ups just weren't as good. Right. He wasn't close to anyone. He was 20 seconds behind 6. So it didn't really matter. This was just a fitness thing. Even if he executed perfect, I doubt he was going to take 20 seconds off. But these guys were all in a race from 2nd to 6th. And then it came down to the bike for pretty much all of them. And Tudor was the only one. Tudor probably would have been 2nd had he, maybe even 1st had he been in the final heats, because he would have been racing someone. But if you look at the overall Tudor coming up on everybody, I mean, he won this heat by Enrico Zanoni was in the first heat. He won his heat by over a minute, right? So I think Tudor probably could have ended up winning the workout if he was actually racing anyone, but he was so far ahead of everyone else, right? And so I don't think it didn't matter. No, Kyle, not a chance. He's way too far out.
I think the only thing it's the unlikeliness is very real. And then I'm going to continue to come back to until this 9th event is done, there is chaos on the menu.
Yeah.
And I mean, even through 10 things can happen.
So far. And so the only reason why I'm saying that is because I agree if you're just looking at James, but if you're looking at all the other 5 that are in between James and Justin, those odds become astronomically low that everyone fucks up, in that he starts to gap all of them, right? Like if James does bad, Jay or Dallin will do well, right? Like the odds just start to play against. If it was just Justin and James and none of these other scores existed, but they were all competing, then yes, it's way on the table. But I think because it's not that way, and all of these people are going, like one of them will do bad, or 2 of them will do bad, or 3, but not all of them, and others will do great. And then they'll start to create that gap. And I don't think this is a workout Justin is going to win, but someone in the top 7 or the top 8 is going to win it. And so they're going to continue to create room on Justin.
Yeah.
regardless of where he finishes, in my opinion.
I think that is the most likely outcome, is that it's a no-go. And I think that until event 9 is done, I am not feeling certain about any of it.
Right.
And I like it that way.
So again, Jason created room on everybody here except Hatfield. Right. And that's what he needed to do. And he executed, he gamed, he did really well. He played it right. We did knock off a bingo.
Yeah, we'll get, I have that noted to make sure we get to that too. So things
everyone
did occur on bingo.
Everyone except Austin. He gained room on. That's what he needed to do. So he's putting more space there. I don't think any position is safe. I think the leaderboard can change 100%.
That was Hatfield's first event win of the weekend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've now had 8 events and 8 event winners. Is that right? On the men's side?
Oh, probably.
That's
Jeffrey,
pretty cool.
2. Yeah. I mean, that's a balance. But it's usually always like that, right? Like even when Jeff won, he didn't win more than like 2 events. It's been like that for a long time. Like since Matt left, it really, like we've always had a ton of winners.
Yeah.
On the men's side.
8 for 8, it's pretty.
But it is, I love it. Jason, I think Jason has the most wins, right? Maybe not.
Yeah, I think he's got like overall. I mean, obviously he's done the best overall, but I think just 1.
Does anyone have more than 1?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, this is anyone's game all the way through first. First through 7th can be a shut up, Kenneth. It is. It is. That's out here. You know what? All right. Here we go. Lake Day, Yellow Hosta, Patrick Vellner, Jason Hopper, Ricky goes James, Justin, so strange, Saxon, Jason wins 2, Austin. So no one won more than 2. We want to go back to 23.
Yeah, this is fun. This is at least one more year.
Ride, Yonakoski, Big Shipper, Roman, Cole Greasehaber, Roman Krennikov. Roman wins 2. Colton, Jeffrey Adler, Yellow Hosta, Patrick Vellner, Jack Farlow, Jeffrey Adler. So no one wins more than 2. Again, Dallin Pepper. So,
but that's only 2 years.
It's 3 years at this point.
Okay, fair enough. That's 3. If we go back to,
You want to do 22 again?
No, I mean, we would need to take it back to Fraser days for sure, but.
Bike to Work, Ricky, Uldis Upenix, Jeffrey Adler, Nick Matthew, Patrick Vellner, Ricky's has 2, Saxon, Will Morad, Roman, Guy, Roman's 2, back 9, Jeff, Jackie Pro, Lazar. So no one wins more than 2. All right.
We're up to 4 years and we haven't gotten to like the dominance years, but we can.
Well, the dominance years would be 2020 and before, because that's Matt and Tia. If you take Matt and Tia and Rich out, even in 21, this is Justin's year. Justin didn't win an event this year.
Right.
Or won the final. That was it, actually. And Vellner didn't win more than 1. Yona, Patrick, Guy, Scott, Patrick. I think maybe Patrick won more. Guy, Scott. That's so crazy. Multiple people won 2. Lazar, Goal, Guy. God, 15 events is so nuts. BKG.
Yeah, in comparison.
Patrick wins 3 that year, but doesn't win the CrossFit Games, and then Justin wins.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Do we want to go bingo card, or do we want to go back to the women?
Thank you, Sarah.
Or back to the men?
All right. What's been the most surprising event? We can do this. The most surprising event overall. Oh man. I mean, probably the
event result.
Probably the pegboard, but let's just assume the pegboard is out because of unmodifiable factors.
Kyle says either someone overperforming or underperforming. I think on the overperform or just surprising would be, I think, Lucy Campbell.
Yeah.
In both of last night's events. I mean, just yesterday. I guess we could go all of yesterday.
Right.
Because even both of last night's, as much as she didn't win 6, she had a no rep, and that cost her. And so just this consecutive 3 of 4 events yesterday, right next to Tia, like everyone says, making her appear to be immortal. That was rather surprising.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lucy going head to head against Tia in any, like, I think it because they're side by side, they're first and second, which makes it just like an actual race, right? Like all of it, just the theatrics of it and everything of Lucy going toe to toe with her and then breaking the rubber band and pulling away twice, I think is a pretty unique thing that, you know, if Tia trains all year next year, we certainly won't see. Right. I mean, like,
oh,
it just
yeah,
it is. But
that actually, since you said that too, that was the other quote from her little post interview that I loved. You know, she said, "I don't think I'll ever do that again," in reference to stepping away and training for another sport all year and only giving herself 4 weeks to prep for this. And so I think that then makes me want to pay close attention to what she does in the next 3 months, 6 months. You know, I mean, of course, like this past year, we had all the content with all the teasers and the question marks, and that was fun and left you know, not knowing. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see, okay, if she said with some salt behind it, I don't think I'll ever do that again. Yeah.
Right.
Then
Yeah, agreed. I think everyone came out of last year with this like unknown view on CrossFit, right? Like from the athlete perspective, and athlete into the sport and HQ, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't think anyone is going to have that feeling leaving this year. Like it very much feels like we revived and reconciled well, like as a community and a sport and an event. And so
I think there are a few athletes out there too that don't look like they're in love with it either. But I think that speaks more to just like an athlete's journey of like at some point they're less amused, you know?
Right. But everyone felt like, I mean, 90% of them felt like that leaving Dallas. Right.
Yes. For altogether different circumstances.
And so there certainly are those people, but I think we have those people every year, right? That are just kind of like, and then, but I see that less this year. So especially for someone like Tia, I truly believe Tia knows how influential she is. And because of what CrossFit has given her, like what she's earned in the CrossFit, but like the light, et cetera, she held her tongue, right? Of like, I think she was probably very clearly against all the decisions and all of the things, but she didn't want to put her name onto anything and kept it within house. And that's why she made the push and the shift. And I think she realized that she loves it and she wants to be a part of it and move forward and continue being in it, et cetera, et cetera.
And after you've been so dominant for so many years, you know, I mean, you do want a new challenge. So it's not even unrealistic, even if that's what occurred there hadn't happened, for her to be far enough along in her journey and everything that has occurred for her to just simply be like, exactly what happened. I want a new challenge. I want to do something else.
Right. I agree some because she did the bobsled thing, but I don't think it would have been as invested away. You know what I mean? Like, I think she still would have done it. I don't think she would have tried to do world championships. Right. I think she would have stopped after Australia. Maybe they decide to like do that. Oh, that was cool. Maybe I'll push it after the season. But like she was so wishy-washy. And so I think that all leaned into, I think she was really upset and I think she was, but she just held it because she didn't say anything. Right. And so that's just my opinion. Vicky disagrees. That's fine. And
I want to hear Vicky's thoughts now. I'm like, okay, tell me more. What do you think?
And so, but I think that she's over it and she is back, and I don't think she'll push Hyrox like she did for sure.
Okay, let me ask you this, unrelated to her. You have been in and around this space for a long time now. Have you at any point experienced any version of being disenchanted with it and then it coming back alive?
What did you just ask me? Repeat that question, and I want to make sure I understood it very well.
So just you've been interested in the sport since 2013. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when you started to be a member of an affiliate?
Yep.
Okay. So you've got 12 years here of being into this thing. Through that 12-year journey for you, has there been any point where you have felt not so, because you love this thing. And so has there ever been a point through that 12 years where you felt less that way and it's come back alive for you?
No, not
It's
once.
always been, this is the thing.
100%. More and
That's
more
cool.
every year. But it's my job, right? And so, like, I'm a loyalist, by the way. Like, I'm fucking, I bleed red, white, and blue, and I'm always a loyalist and loyal over everything else, right? And so,
We need to get you a shirt made with that. I've heard you say that so many times. We need
and
like an I'm a
so,
loyalist shirt.
and right, and so, CrossFit has given me a really fucking cool life.
Cool life, yeah.
And I went to school. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm super in debt. And I coach CrossFit professionally. And I am fortunate enough that it gives me financially like a better situation than if I was a practicing physical therapist in a clinic. And that's really cool. Like there are like people make this a career, but there are so few people that can say that they've made it as much of a career as I have, like just in our sport, like in the community in general, gym owners, etc. Right. Ben has helped me with that. WODprep has helped me do that. And CrossFit saved my life. Like it saved me from probably a totally different path and direction many years ago. And unsure 2 years ago, it either almost killed me or it's the reason why I'm still alive, like from like an actual physical concept. I can't quite figure it out yet. If it actually almost killed me, or it's the reason why my near death experience was less near death than it should have been. And so I love it. I loved it since the day that I started it, even though I trolled the shit out of it for 2 years prior from the strength world. And so I will never waver.
Love it.
I'll never waver ever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
There's
CJ
I want
cried
to go.
when Dave. This is true. I did hear that. That was really recent too, right? Like that was in like October. Right. But that was the only thing. That was the only thing that she ever came out with. And I don't want to feel like it was fake, but I think it was because it was the only words that she said publicly on any of the like the current situation in the sport of CrossFit. She also said like she felt Dave was perfect for the sport, but she didn't have like it wasn't all sunshines and rainbows. Like she said some other stuff. Like she wasn't I don't know. Like I feel like she still pushed back a little bit on some of the decisions that were made, etc. She was very political about it. But either way, right. Yeah. I mean, she's so well trained in front of the mic, right? Like it's hard to know exactly what she's thinking. And so it is what it is. Anyways, we'll kind of like walk it back. Now we're getting that's right, baby.
I love it.
Fucking right. Red, white, and pink. That's right.
Oh, this is cool. It's crazy how intense these athletes are this week. I was staying at a hotel with lots of them around. Hell
this is how
yeah.
it always is.
Yeah.
This is how it always is.
As it should be.
As it should be. This is the Super Bowl. And so going back to the Tia comment, I think she'll probably do some Hyrox because it makes her body not fucking hurt. But I think by the time the Open comes around, she'll be locked in 100%. Very similar to the bobsled year.
So your hot take is she sticks around.
Oh yeah,
cool,
for sure.
Love it.
Yeah, I think she realized it's the itch isn't scratched fully, right? There are, and like I said this before, there's two reasons why she doesn't stick around. Is she feels more committed to Willow and feels like she's not giving her enough time as a mother. And that's it. That's the only like current one, or she gets pregnant. Those are the only two, etc. Right. Yeah. So I think that's my opinion. The only way she moves away, at least there. And then this is like my bottom third one is like she has years to go to move her running in the direction to be a world champion there. And it's going to take no CrossFit for her to reach that goal. Now, I'm not saying she can't do it, but it's for sure the direction. Like she would have to go all in for multiple years without lifting consistently, because she's going to need to be lighter. She's going to need to be faster and more enduring and less fatigue from all the other stuff.
Well, and I always just come back to too, like the monotony of it, like I've run 8 of those races and I think it's super
You've
fun.
done 8 Hyrox?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's so many.
Well, it was when they first came into the US market, I actually like connected with some people on the team. And anyway, so they've been friends for years, people anyway. And so they even early when they came into this market, they offered me a job. And I was like, I've never even been to one of your events. Like I'm through and through a CrossFitter, right? And I've never even been to one of your events. I'll come check it out. But I don't think, and obviously I didn't wind up taking that job, but I've had a ton of fun at all their different events. But anyway, and I still plan to race more of them and want to continue to improve. But the idea, I guess, is thinking like the entertainment value in training that you get from CrossFit, like good luck ever getting bored or ever not having so many things to continue to improve. And the other cool thing about it is just the things to continue to improve. I'm just very convinced, thanks to our masters athletes and so on, that like the runway for getting better in CrossFit is ridiculously long.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And it's twofold, right? Like that's why we love it. It's also why people like Hyrox more. A lot of people do, because you can just generally get a little better, right? Without having to put in a crazy amount of work. Like you could just do a lot of jogging and do better. And you can also just do the competition every time it comes around and not really train crazy for it. Right. So, hey, Sarah Cooper, you should convince your gym to join the WODprep affiliate program. It's really good, I hear. So anyways, I think Hyrox has done a great job at the barrier of entry and even scaled, et cetera, for CrossFit. It's less enticing, right? Because it's still the same stuff, just an easier version of it. They still got to get on the bar and on a rig. They probably still got to go upside down. They still got to do a lot of burpees, and burpees fucking hurt, right? We got to do them really fast. You got to jump. Yeah. You don't have to jump. Right. Like you got to do a burpee in Hyrox, but like, you don't really need to, and so like all the things that like lower like have a high barrier of entry in CrossFit, Hyrox doesn't have. Right. Right. And so like, that's why it's super successful in general. Right. So,
I'm grateful it exists. I think it's a really cool thing. And I have a ton of respect for the athletes who choose to pursue it. I will say that. And we love this thing.
Anyone else waiting for Pedro to say, I told Lucy he's been on it. Yeah. I mean, dude, she's super fit. She's super impressive. And I definitely think this feel is going to happen. I don't think Tia, it's like Tia is going to be like Rich. Tia is not going to like write program design. She will be there and like what it seems is like a flow coach, right? Like she's going to be on the floor hanging out when athletes are going through their session and like giving feedback there in that aspect. But I don't think Tia goes to writing design at any point in time. Right. Not that she can't. I just don't think that's going to be her thing. She will be more of like the mental coach and the support system and like the motivator on the floor. Right. Like in the moment sort of bit, but she's not going to sit down on True Coach for 5 hours at a time writing program design for anybody.
Yeah. I'm hoping she goes for 10 titles from Sarah. I'm here with you on that.
Mentors her. That's very, I agree. Mentors her for sure. That's probably more the right thing.
Yep.
Get him, Kevin. Hyrox is for CrossFitters who don't want to learn skills. Exactly. Pussies. All right. Okay. Anything else?
I think we have our picks for the next couple of events. There was, let's see, in the comments, there was a couple of, we do need to go over to the bingo card real quick. Good call.
I don't even know how to get there. I had to clear my cache. True Coach was fucking up and now I can't get back to my.
Well, I think if you go to canva.com, that's a great place to start.
Thanks, boss.
I'm going back up to just see if there's anything. Because of course there were a couple we didn't get to that were good. If anybody in the chat too, like your most epic moment, we said ours was both kind of the Lucy pushes throughout the weekend, but your most epic moment, especially you guys that are there.
They said King of the Echo Bike, by the way.
They did.
I got guilted into deleting this one, so I feel like a Shit. So hopefully these two happen. This is our only option here.
Wait, you got guilted into what?
I don't know. Everyone called me a cheater.
Oh, with the Brooks retirement?
Yeah, that was true.
Well, it did happen 10 times as of today, so we're good.
No. DB loses it on the floor.
Oh, gotcha.
Sprague preaches a good word. Haven't heard it. The over under on the rookies. Let's see. I think we're gonna make that for sure. We have Lucy in 10th, Miriam in 6th, so we need one more. And then I think for the men, I don't know if there's any in there. Thanks, Kevin, for the cup.
Yeah.
Thanks for the donation, buddy.
Appreciate it.
And then
the Hatfield references Talladega Nights. He had his first interview and he didn't do it.
I know.
And it definitely was just a different demeanor than we've seen from him, but also it was a very appropriate demeanor considering the weekend.
How much FOMO do athletes have that didn't compete? I don't think any athletes are really stubborn, right? Like they're set in their ways.
I think they have it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only ones that might have it are someone like Emma Lawson and Jack, like Americans, Canadians. I don't think any of the Europeans have it.
I think you see the Super Bowl happening and know that you just opted out of your opportunity to be in the Super Bowl and it's going really well. It's hard to not have some sort of wish you had been there.
Thank you, Howie. Why is Will Morad there? That's a great question. I mean, it's no matter what anyone wants to say about WFP, it's still CrossFit. It's just branded as something different, right? Grid is still CrossFit, just with funny movements, right? It's all born inside of this world in this sport. There's a rig, there's a floor, there's barbells, there's ergs, and there's rings. And so they're doing it again. Why are they doing it again? They already demoed it. All right, let's go. We're on. Might as well go look. Yeah.
Sure.
Is it on the games? Oh, here we go. Did it change? Nope. Looks the same. Oh yeah, Fuliano. Did she say that? I didn't hear that. But if she said that, then for sure. Oh, everyone's doing it.
What did she say?
She wants to come back.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, she won. Gosh, she was the best looking European this whole year. She won 2 events.
I think she was the one that I actually saw that first day of the games.
I wonder why they're doing it again.
Yeah, she was.
You think he's going to change the workout?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be sick. People in Heat 1 would be so pissed.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for
That's our boy Dylan. Shout out.
Hey, just remember when you do this, like when this is you still have to come and do the podcast. Just letting you know. That's why.
We'll have to figure out our time slots.
That's right. It'll just be
Be supportive to that schedule.
Yeah, for sure. It'll just be a recap. I wonder, are they just?
I have
Do you
no
have a clock
idea.
going? You start a clock?
No, but I can. So we're what? Maybe by the time I get it started, 20 seconds in.
Yeah, Aaron knows it. That's in the contract.
Is Aaron referencing being back on the
That's right.
pod? That's awesome.
That's right.
And then Natalie says, does Claire have games aspirations? If you're referring to being an athlete at the games, then no, definitely not. I mean, I'm also 33, so I'm not that far off from being a master's athlete. And who knows if at some point that feels appropriate. We'll figure that out when we get there. But no, I do a lot of emceeing, and so definitely just finding my footing in this space.
Mm-hmm. This is so strange. I don't know why they're doing this. I mean, I'm all for it. Are the athletes on the floor watching?
If anyone in the chat has knows why they're doing this.
Oh, they're just entertaining the crowd. All right.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is this literally for entertainment? And then it's also
Yeah.
just an interesting thing to do.
All right. So
Natalie, I think, oh, sorry. Let's go back here.
Lido yeah, she's going to the games. We'll see her in Columbus.
Oh my gosh, Lido, I'll get to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. And congratulations on qualifying. That's a huge accomplishment. And I think it's never too late.
Waxed. Rafa's about to get fucking lapped.
Yeah. Well, it'd be like that.
Thanks, Aaron. That's right. She's got to stay. Maybe I can pay her this weekend.
Y'all are awesome. It's never too late thing. I think what's cool about that too, and tell me if you want to focus on what they're doing and not me just rambling.
No, you're
CJ.
fine. I mean, it's good. I mean, Nate's fucking waxing them.
Well, Nate should be at the games, so
Yeah. I mean, see, it's certainly. I've said this. I said this before. It's not just a running workout. It's not just a running workout. It is. Strong athletes are going to win, right? Look at how low Nate is catching this bar. Like he's redlining, right? That was really, really fast.
And we are under 6 minutes, or wait, I'm sorry, under 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, for
Under
sure.
3.
Probably like 2:30.
That was it was closer to 250. I think I started it a little late, so I think it was closer to 250, which is good context for what we can expect to see from the athletes because Nate's up there.
So they start with the run. You just say it started at 3:05, 2:40, maybe. Yeah, it's definitely. I think the entire field is sub 3. Like I think almost the entire field goes sub 3.
All 30 athletes?
Yeah, just about. On the men's side for sure. The men are gonna just. Kyra crushed it. Yeah, I mean Lexi's there. Nate won. Nate didn't win the last time they did it. Not Lexi. Who's the other one? That girl right there in the green. Who is that? I can't remember her name.
That's on the team.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I think running is obviously very important. It is. It's a super short time slot. Like it's like 45 minutes of everybody. And so Carolyn Stanley. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. Hey, Riley. Riley says, well, I have no clue. Picks are in and I'm closing heat 1 until after this is all over. Okay. Seeing as how you're in the top spot, does watching this have any impact on your picks?
He was asking up here, right?
Oh.
It's certainly not just a snatch workout, but Nate is really powerful. He's not a great runner distance wise, but he's powerful.
Yeah.
No. Lido, can someone like Colton make up time? No, it's not enough time. It's not enough time. It's not enough. Yeah, it's not enough time. And is it too many short time domain? After the weekend finishes, we'll talk about this. I still think the answer is yes, but I want to see how long the last workout is. But we have 30% of the scores are going to be in workouts basically under 5 minutes. It's a lot. So I think it's really short. All right. I think they're starting.
Okay. All right.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for being here. We will be here at like 4:30-ish. Probably whenever Savannah and them finish their on-site finish, we'll come on right after them. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for the donations. That means so much. Like and subscribe.
Support, guys.
Come back at 4:30. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said I appreciate the support. It's been fun so far to do. So thank you guys for being here.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy event 9 and 10, and we'll see you this afternoon.